Hi there, it's Evie from 360 Health Coaching. How are you today? So I just have some thoughts to share about environments that allow for healing and growth and those that do not. I share lessons I've learned from my own emotional healing journey, healing from trauma, and one of the most important things I learned was that there are environments that stifle your growth. And there are environments that will continue to open an old wound and will not allow healing to flourish. I'll give examples. An environment that constantly questions every decision or every opinion that you have is not going to allow for healing, because one of the markers of trauma, depending on what type of trauma you went through, but if you're in a traumatic or an abusive relationship, one of the markers of abuse is control. It could be abuse from an authority, abuse from a spouse, whatever it is that you experience. But if you're in an environment where there's a groupthink or a cult-like way of thinking, and anything that is not that way of thinking is consistently questioned as wrong, and it's not necessarily that that thing actually is wrong, it is that it is not part of the groupthink. It is not part of, an accepted standard. I'll give an example. Let's say there is a way this group dresses. A popular way, there's somebody in the group that, a lot of people just like the way that person does a particular thing, or they like this style of dressing, or they like this top, they like this or that. And there's nothing wrong with them liking that particular outfit. But that doesn't mean that everybody in the group has to conform to that pathway. If you are somebody who's healing and you're in this group where you're always questioned, you're always put down, if you do not conform to that particular mode of dressing, it's not a place where you're going to heal. Another example, if you are always dismissed. Oh, I don't like green. Why don't you like green? Everybody likes green. Dismissed. It seems, I'm giving basic examples, but if I went into actual real life experiences of mine, it was being dismissed for things that, and when I journaled about it, thought through it, I realized this is just a toxic conversation. When you're dismissed for something that is not wrong, but is just not something that the other person thinks is valid or is important, that's not an environment for healing. If you are, I'll use the example of abuse again. So if a woman is in an abusive relationship with a spouse, she's married, or maybe she's dating, and she tells a friend, oh, this person verbally abused me, or physically abused me, or whatever the abuse was, and that friend says, oh, everybody gets abused, it's not a big deal, just let it go. Dismissed. So she was sharing that because that was something that really hurt her, really affected her. But this friend or this person she shared it with didn't care, probably didn't share her values, doesn't think abuse is a big deal, does not think her pain is valid. In that sort of environment, she's not really going to heal. There has to be a change. There has to be an exit. Sometimes an exit is necessary. And if an environment becomes a place where growth is hindered, a place where your pain and your reality is dismissed and is downtrodden, if it's just seen as something that is not important, and when you speak up, you're constantly shot down, that's not a healthy environment, and it's not a great environment for healing. Those are my thoughts. Hope you have a blessed day. Love and peace.